Well, I have a question, right? Because based on all the things that we've heard today, we've come to realize that the problem isn't the individuals, it's the system, right?
Yeah, but if they're not
No,
funding,
no, wait. So my question, because I don't have an opinion, I have a question. My question is, in institutions, let's say I run a private company, even I mean, it happened in FCT recently, where the staff were not being paid, and they protested. I said, you know what? We're not going to go to work until Wiki pays us, right?
right?
If the police as individuals are going through these problems, is there a system within internally that they can either, I don't know if it's protest or what's the right word to use, but be able to
agitate for their rights
or make a request? I don't know, but like, is there a system that can make that happen?
No, you have to answer Funke first, all of us, before you let
Okay, that's my question.
That's your
Because
question.
I'm not understanding.
So let me come to you, Kate.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine we're both women, and then we pick up a man who happens to be, who we think is our friend. The
Because he had the
police is
uniform on.
your friend.
pick him up.
Well, like, oh, you're being
I will
kind.
not pick him up.
First
I'm
thing.
telling you, I will not pick him up. She did wrong. She for they go where she they go straight. She
That's
would
all.
have been free of this. That's all I have to say. Benga, you
Benga.
can answer.
Okay. So let me be honest here to heavens and earth. Since the day late Chief Bola Ige was assassinated on the street in that old Bodija Ibadan, 2000, 2001, 2002, like
Sometime
25
back.
years ago,
Yeah.
up to date, nobody could be, you don't understand. That's why when it comes to police, I don't bother myself. Oh. Everything I am doing, I am just doing it with my church mind. And last year, November, you were there, sir, when I made the proposal of rebranding police here in Alausa. I am just doing it because I believe that one day something will, I'm just hope. That's what I'm doing. But based on what I know about police and people in Nigeria, I can't trust.
That's right.
A minister of justice was assassinated, and 20 years after, you don't understand. We live in other countries, not abroad, though. I'm not talking about UK. In Africa here, less than 48 hours, you are pinned down.
Okay, so let's come to you.
Thank you so
CP,
much.
sir.
Let me start from what you said. I find that I've been able to identify you now, not for anything negative, but for who you are. For who you are, because at that same conference, you are there. I was there.
Yes, sir.
And that's the conference organized by the Commissioner for Youth in the state. They call it Police and Youth Dialogue every year. And a lot of issues are ironed out.
Yes.
And police now become center stage. We make ourselves available to the youth so that we can continue to interact. And that has been going on.
Okay.
There's not any perfection anywhere in the world. Even wherever you talk about the US, the Europe, Asia, others, you still have things they need to balance up.
Right.
If you report that you are going with a vehicle with a wrong plate number, that
It's
is
not wrong, it's the same thing.
No, you have to fix the appropriate number on your vehicle. If you don't want to fix an appropriate number on your vehicle to drive in traffic, you park the vehicle in the car shop where it's supposed to belong. Then you go with a dummy plate number and you say a policeman arrests you. It takes two ways. Extortion is wrong. And that is why when he said higher authority, maybe they must have reached my office and will listen to the matter. But what I want everybody to, even to my well-respected sister across, if anything go wrong with you and you didn't tell us, to ensure that we get the perpetrator and get the matter investigated and deal with them appropriately. You are not helping us. You are not helping the society. So you allow everybody to be going with essay. I'm not saying what you are saying is wrong. If Bola Ige was not killed on the street, let me remind you.
I
He
didn't
was
say
killed in
street.
his house.
No, I didn't say
So by people, and a lot of arrests were made, to the best of my knowledge. A lot of arrests were made. And a lot of painstaking investigation were deeply into the matter. Equally, the president at that time, because he was Minister of Justice and Attorney General of this country around that time, and the president directed a full-scale investigation. So quite a number of things I cannot make public because they are things that still being investigated.
Right.
But I want you to know that the investigation to that matter has not been closed.
Okay.
And when more evidences arrive, even in, across the
we're
world,
just hearing that.
across the world, The O.J. Simpson matter is there for you to see. Even after the completion of trial, evidences came up, and
Case was
quite enough.
reopened.
Lofton is late now. Lofton have to come up. But to answer your question, if somebody are parted with 100,000 as a good citizen, airports will work together to correct what you feel is not appropriate. But if you keep it to yourself and you say, okay, it is we versus them, well, it is your police. Own your police. And I keep on saying it, that Nigerian police force is still the best across Africa. Every mission we go, we become the best in every mission. Truly.
Can I ask a question?
Truly. But at home, you come with a lot of things that are supposed to even be your own lapses and heap it on the police force. I beg to differ with my senior retired colleagues that police, we are doing our best thing to change for the better, especially in Lagos. In Lagos, there's no division that the Mr. Governor of Lagos, apart from the one provided by Force Secretary, have not assisted to provide vehicles for. And that is why, in responding to distresses, we are there 5 minutes. Now, let me finish.
I will give you data now.
No. You can give me data. You can give me data. But what I'm telling you is that during the public function, you have all the right and responsibility to raise all these issues. And a lot of issues were raised, and it was trust. And I know that you are invited as a resource person. And you are telling me that you want to change the logo of police, which is relevant to us.
And you say you are.
I want to change that. I didn't say I'm going to arrest you. Why would I arrest you? You are making a postulation to change police insignia from. No. Let me finish. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Let all of us join hands together as a member of Nigerian community at various levels. Quite a lot of public spirited individuals across Lagos State have been coming to our aid in terms of information, in terms of providing of assistance in various ways. But when it is easy to talk. But when we come to the field, even despite all this resentment, despite all this embarrassment from members of the public, when you still go out, you still see the officer committed. If you look at my eyes, you see that the lack of sleep in ensuring that safety and protection for all Lagosians, and even the huge investment of government is protected. And this is the state that today, for more than 10 months to a year, you don't have a single case of kidnapping in the state. Now I'm coming. So we are policing around the clock, but we didn't say we are saints that our personnel will not have one lapses or the other. But we shouldn't capitalize on that. Let us report it to the appropriate authority and ensure that justice is done. Which we have done.
Is there a channel to do that?
Let me give you an example. When I came here in this Lagos state, we have, with the one given to us recently by the Honorable Minister of Works, I met 4 control centers. Now it's 5. In most of the states, you just have one. One control center where you can report distresses. I have the number here. I'll give it to that so that the score. I think so now, people in Lagos, I appreciated them because they are civilized people. And they are people that love police. When incident happened, they call my control center. They don't even call me as commissioner of police. In other states, so even media people that we dispatch our distress call number through will be calling us instead of calling the control center. That's how bad it is. So the culture of the people, I want to inch on my senior colleagues, retired CP Fatai Owosheni. The culture of the people determine how you police them. Now policing, like he said, is far, far better than what you had before. But we know that there's perception issue that we are grappling with, and it's being corrected. It's being corrected. So in the shortest possible time, you see a completely entirely new leaf. I'm going to speak with her after the program, and I'm going to ensure that matter is investigated and get results for her.
Please, hold on. I want
to get results for her.
No, please.
The elephant.
They did, and they said.
But the police found them.
They told the answer. Sir, let me finish it. They said to me, and I'll quote, that if, so I'm translating
when was
now.
That?
This 1st of April 2014 or something like that.
2014. That's quite modern.
And I was told that we should leave them, otherwise I would not even be able to jog around my estate again. That it was a very strong criminal
to
gang.
2026. That's clearly 12
She's
years.
saying it
But
as an
it's a
example.
pain. I know, but it's a pain that needed to be healed. And that's why I'm telling her that even if it has happened 12 years ago, I'm still going to revisit
I don't
it.
think it's-
and
Okay,
ensure
so
that
let's visit this one, CP, sir. The point is, this woman in the story I shared saw a policeman who, like, they were in distress. Oh, take us to the next bus stop or something. And she picked them up. That is mistrust. Like, I trust you as my friend. The police is your friend. That's why she
No, that's
betrays
not.
them.
If you are
Hold
committing
on.
a crime
So she's
and you
wrong.
come with a dummy plate number on your vehicle,
It's not a dummy.
it's a dummy.
Was she wrong?
But
it
you
was not a
said
dummy.
she brought the original of the dealer number from inside the car.
It was on her dashboard.
But it's not.
That's
It's
what
not
he
fixed
said.
on the
She should
car.
adopt it.
Point
And she's
is-
supposed to
the
have
point
put
she
it in the
made
car.
is that if you left the original where it's supposed to be, people pick them, they steal them to commit crime.
And
and it
because
will be on
that
you.
car supposed not to be on the road.
Okay, sir.
It's supposed
question.
to be in the car
Sir,
shop.
question.
For
Question,
example.
sir.
So if
the
no,
dealer number. So what you are saying,
peculiar.
sir, that under the law, we are not supposed to use dealer number to drive round.
no, you
Okay.
can if you are the dealer, but
Yes.
she is not the dealer.
Okay, it's because she's the wife.
No, why would she remove it and put a dummy number?
Okay.
That makes
It's not
a
dummy.
reasonable
It's a
suspicion.
laminated.
It wasn't dummy. It was
No,
laminated, sir.
But the original is in the car. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what he brought out.
No, dealer's number. Try to get me.
Okay.
La, put the original there.
Okay.
Not the laminated one. The laminated one is not the dealer's number. So that's what prompted the suspicion. On
Okay,
it.
so-
it is wrong to have collected 100,000 naira from her.
No,
And I'm going to-
she didn't give to them. They
she didn't give them.
demanded. But
They
she-
demanded.
Because there's
So,
a law
no,
that
I will
if you
investigate
gave, you will also
No,
be-
no. You know who saw assert proofs. But what I'm saying, I'm not defending that
Yeah.
police officer cannot do something that at times you feel, no, this is not appropriate.
Yeah.
And that is why I continue to appreciate people of Lagos. When we do a lot of things that are good, they appreciate us. When we have a negative, they equally draw attention to it.
Right.
So that it will be better for the society.
sir.
Thank you very much.
CP, sir.
This is the
CP,
point
sir.
where I have to come in.
Yeah.
because
Let's go to
we
the
do
audience.
have to move on.
Next,
Our
let's
time
bring
is
Okay,
this
next,
one.
okay.
Before we do this
more.
next. Interesting
Okay.
conversation so far, but before we move to the members of the audience, it will be a disservice if we don't take some of the messages we have on WhatsApp. And please remember, we're streaming live on social media. The hashtag is APAT, A-P-A-T-T, hashtag News Central. Now let's take some of the messages we have. We have this message from His Royal Highness Fidelis Odu. He says he's talking as a retired officer. And the message goes thus: under normal circumstances, the police is supposed to be our friend, but the truth and the reality on ground is police is not your friend. Police lately becoming dangerous to individuals. If you give information about criminals, they might betray you. Either you're arrested or they will support the highest bidder with cash. If you want to be a good Samaritan, you will be treated as an accused, says Fidelis Odu. Let's take a few more messages before we go to the members of the live studio audience here. Emeka from Kano says, good afternoon. When people or institutions live in self-denial and don't accept their lapses, it's very difficult to propose solutions and the way forward. The Nigerian police need to do better. Honestly, the citizens have lost trust in the police, says Emeka from Kano. Tunde from Lagos says, good afternoon. The police are meant to be citizens' friends, but the Nigerian police force is different. Help ask the Lagos CP, why is he partisan when it comes to peaceful protest? Lagos Task Force is another faction of police attacking masses. Why should Task Force attack citizens when videoing them when operating if they're doing the right thing, says Tunde from Lagos. We'll take one more message before we move to the members of our live studio audience. And someone says, when will Showare's 30 million naira be paid to him? Jeffrey from Republic of Benin says, I'm enjoying your program. The commissioner was defending his colleagues. Okay. He says Nigerian police should repent from their ways. Okay. And that's all we have. Peter from Edo, it was the one that asked when Shore's 30 million naira will be paid to him. We'll take a few messages from our audience members and then move on. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your, should I say, lamentation? But because that's what it is. And he didn't try to sugarcoat it. It was straight. And that even depresses me the more, you know. We didn't come here to recount the woes. There's so much to say. I have been a victim of a crime committed by the police. Yeah, but I don't want to go there. So how do we move forward? And these are my questions. One, who prepares the budget for the police? Sir, I don't know if you have an idea. Who prepares the budget for the police? And don't they know that the police need money to facilitate operations? That's one question. The second question, have you ever imagined a situation where all members of the police are asked to leave and we recruit a new police?
It happened in Georgia.
Would that change? Would that address anything? And lastly, 3 questions. Lastly, the hierarchy of the police, the big boys of the police, they seem to be different from the... Yes.
Different in what sense? Appearance or...
Appearance, carriage, articulation. Is like the bosses were imported from somewhere and the guys you meet on the roads are from the jungle. Why is it like that?
Mr. Osheni, would you like to respond, please?
So let me start from the last one. It's not as if one person is better because of rank. Someone has talked about education. The Nigerian police workforce probably has the highest number of graduates. The police, as of today, has the highest number of lawyers in their system. So it is not about education.
But the ones Nigerians interact with on a daily basis. There was a video that went viral recently. A policeman stopped British tourists.
I saw it.
And said,
I will buy drink for you and all those things. So it is, when people mistrust the police, that means they don't have trust in government. The man will not buy his uniform. If your front office is messed up, the first person, what makes a country to be a country is the first person you see. You land at the airport and the first person you are seeing is a policeman totally dressed. So he's not the one that is going to buy his uniform. That is one. 2, we must speak truth to authority. I have said it. What I'm saying now, I will say it, and I said it when I was wearing the uniform. We must agree that we have a trust issue. And it is not just against the police, about the government. We don't trust our government. So that is the problem. So the police must accept that. We must accept that. We need reorientation. Even if you talk of funding, we must reorientate our people. We must build their capacity. You have talked about the budget. Don't we know? We know. But a system where you are going to write budget is called jacketed budget, envelope budget. It is not a result-based budget. It is not targeted to the needs of the police. They will just give you an envelope. You must not pass this. You must not pass that. Yes, I left the police about 7 years ago. Things probably might have changed a little bit, but the police must subject itself to accountability. Yes. The situation that she has narrated, yes, the person was carrying a plate number that is not supposed to carry, but the policemen had deceived her by saying, give us a ride, only for them to turn to. If you want to arrest properly, stop on the road, not when you have, deceived the person to say this. And the mere fact that they even demanded 100,000 naira, that means they've also compromised a criminal offense. They are not supposed to demand anything. You want to arrest, take the person into the police station. And we must accept that we have a lot of work to do with the Nigeria police. Even if the government funds the police as we require, the police must reorientate. We must change our face. We must know that the people we are serving, we owe that obligation to them. not to any other person. We must know that we owe our obligation to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. She had mentioned that someone has guard or whatever. As you are standing here today, if you are elected councillor tomorrow, the first thing you are doing is to write to the Inspector General of Police that you want a guard. Not just for yourself, the one that will follow your children to school. If the Commissioner of Police says no, they will go to someone that is higher to the Commissioner of Police, and they will give him instruction. If he says no, they will also say, we are reducing you in rank or whatever. It is a 50-50 thing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatai Owusheni. Thank you very much. I like that example you used. He said, if you are appointed councillor today. No, I want to be president. I don't want to be councillor. Thank you. Thank you very much. But we do have to go. We do have to go for a quick break now. We have quite a lot to unpack on this very interesting special broadcast of A Place at the Table. The theme is the police your friend? We still have more for you.